Oil Minister, I expect gas reserves to increase to more than 200 trillion cubic feet. Oil Minister Hayan Abdul Ghani confirmed, the gas reserves achieved in Iraq amount to 128 trillion cubic feet, and it is expected that these quantities will increase to more than 200 trillion cubic feet through these areas spread in the western region, which, by investing in them, will achieve self-sufficiency in gas, and perhaps Iraq will turn into a country exporting gas to the countries of the world. We are about to go to the United States of America to present these exploration areas to specialized American companies with the aim of investing in these areas and sites. Non-oil revenues is going to increase. It will enhance the value if they're not just basing their value on oil, which is massive. 8 months of waiting, the Iraqi budget is held hostage on the shelves. Whatever who told you, the small category has been released and all that, not yet. That doesn't release it in one part of the country. The whole country work the same thing. The whole system the same. When they release it to all banks. The subsequent, after New York, visit to Washington, D.C. was most likely to prove to the USD that the rogue, non-compliant banks in Iraq were brought to heel. I see an RV in the near future, and I must say, it's about time. There is a lot of chatter about tomorrow being our big day. Guess we will find out then, if not sooner. Today banks are closed. My Iraq folks are bouncing with anticipation for the next 3 days. We are hearing all kinds of rumors that everything started ripping yesterday, and they are releasing the hounds of the RV tons of rumors. Tons of contacts saying this is it. Guess we will find out tomorrow. Stay calm, but I can tell you I'm blown away by the number of people convinced it's all about to be seen. One of the hopes is Iraq is going to try to work with other countries in the region to defend their currency. They're going to try to keep it as stable as they possibly can. Having flexibility to the exchange rate so they can move it a little bit here and there, so they can inject money, take money out or buy and sell the dinar, etc., is something they've got on their mind. Oil Minister reveals upcoming visit to US to discuss gas investment file. Quote, the Ministry of Oil plans to offer these gas investment opportunities to specialized companies, and we have a visit to the United States soon for this purpose, as we plan to offer them to international American companies. The Iraqi Ministry of Finance revealed, the country's financial revenues in 5 months surpassed 54 trillion dinars, approximately $41.3 billion. Wow! Data released by the Finance Ministry for the months of January, February, March, April and May 2024 showed oil exports are still the main resource for Iraq's general budget, representing 89%. Non-oil revenues were 6.78 trillion dinars, approximately $5.2 billion. After the success of the recent negotiations in Washington, the central bank succeeded in diversifying the basket of commercial currencies. Indicating this will lead to a significant decrease in the demand for the dollar. This meeting with the Central Bank of Iraq, U.S. Federal Reserve and U.S. Treasury, which lasted for 3 days. Commercial currencies with the Iraqi dinar. They're not going to do that at 1,310. When things change, everybody's going to be ready to do business with Iraq. The financial and economic advisor to the Prime Minister, Mazar Salih, said today, Monday, that the reasons for the fluctuation of the price of gold in Iraq are not internal, but rather global, indicating that the Iraqi government encourages the import of gold because it is a safe haven for wealth. At the state or individual level, gold has historically been a safe haven for preserving the purchasing power of wealth, as people keep gold for that purpose, and the cycle of gold assets between rising and falling is usually slow. If we take the cycle of assets, we find gold, almost as an average, as it is of constant value among other wealth, Saleh told Al Furat news agency, explaining that society has historically been accustomed to keeping gold as a tendency to preserve personal wealth. He added, in the modern era, the state keeps part of its foreign reserves supporting the national currency in gold. For example, Iraq keeps about 148 tons of gold, which constitutes 10% of its foreign currency reserves. During the past month of February, Iraq's gold reserves witnessed a significant increase, as data from the International Monetary Fund showed that Iraq had increased its holdings of the precious metal by 3,079 tons, bringing the total to 145,661 tons.